Okie doke. Welcome, welcome, people. Hope you guys are doing well. I keep forgetting that I adjusted the mic height so I don't have to be like hunched over anymore, which is great. um, that was kind of ruining the whole live experience for me, to be honest. But we got proper mic height nowadays. Don't have to hunch over. We got our blue light being blocked. I do have to plug this computer in. Thought I had this puppy all charged up. Guess not, though. Guess not. But I hope you guys are doing well. We got Thursday, and it definitely feels like a Thursday. I don't know why, but I do love them. I do love my Thursdays. I feel like more so because the parking lot at the building I work at, or at the clinic spot, is more open on Thursdays for some reason. So, big fan. Big fan of that. But we even got some coffee left, too. Won't be on here for too crazy long. We'll probably do close to 50 minutes here. Hello, Hasu. Dropping what? Is that the first comment in there over on TikTok? How we doing? See people chiming in there. I'm opening up the chats on the computer just because it's easier that way. And it's Friday now. Not for me, though. It's definitely Thursday. Hello from Uruguay. Dang, Evan. Looks like we early. Yeah, we just started her up. Emma popping in there. How we doing, Emma? Welcome back. See some returning viewers. All right. Now we got both of these. Whoa, pulled up here. All right. Now, live chats. Cool. Well, what are you guys up to? Let me know where you're tuning in from as well. I'm trying to angle this up for both platforms. We got to get a third. We got to get a third platform in here. I've been wanting to get Facebook in here for a little while because Facebook's been going crazy on my end. So we got to mix in some Facebook Lives there, but in due time, we'll get her up and rolling. Let me know if where to get a cheaper iPhone from, just for streaming purposes, like an iPhone 14 Pro, 15, something like that. I don't know if there's any Apple workers in the chats, but that would be super cool if there were, or if other of you guys know. But yeah, just running that Miha off the Wi-Fi. So, how fast does ferritin increase with beef glandular? That would depend on how quickly and how much you're using iron. That would depend on some menstruation things that go on, some thyroid functions that go on. So it's going to be a little different for everybody. But pretty quick, though, from, a grand general point of view. Pretty quick, because you're just having a lot of bioavailable stuff come in. So, you got... I usually like mixing a couple things in with that, like stomach acid and a couple other things, just to help absorption the most. Apple cider vinegar, great stuff you could do on top of that, but also how that liver's functioning in general is really going to be the biggest part. Okay, YouTube, nothing there. Try to increase it to at least 70 for hair regrowth, but serum iron is getting too high. Yeah, your liver's having some trouble there, moving those red blood cells through the system and utilizing things. Probably some of the thyroid stuff tied in there. slowing things down from previous discussion on here. Oh, no, I was wondering if it will get too high. That's kind of hard to do with like a beef glandula or something. You would have to be taking way more than the serving sizes to get there. But it'll help with some storage and things. But yeah, I wouldn't be worried. Yeah, if you're supporting your liver, you're going to have that be converting things down. So it's not that cut and dry. Take an organ grape. Nice. Supporting the liver there. That's a couple things. Couple things. Oh my goodness. Internet. Speed up, you know. I wonder why it gets so low like that. Nas. Hello, Nas. Popping in. Eve Cool. I think I've seen you in here before. What's going on? How you guys doing? No one answered me about the iPhone thing. I'm dead serious. I don't know where to get a good stinking iPhone from. That's not crazy expensive. Again, only need it for adding another phone to the lives here. Strict purpose, sole purpose there. Do I go to Walmart? I'm just going to ask Grok, I guess. Jeez, you guys can ask me questions, but I can't ask you guys questions. I'm just giving you crap. All right. Buki popping in. Hey, Buki. How you doing? Great name. Oh. Danny Caraway. Interesting comments here. Interesting comments. All I gotta say. Couple things. Yes, sir. Taking my sayings. Those are mine. Couple things. All right. Do I play a Roblox? No. What? Roblox? What kind of game is that? Like a freaking Minecraft type thing? No. That's not what's going on here. Why would I play Roblox? You don't. You're right. It's fun, you say? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it's like a Minecraft type of thing, right? Anyways, how do I feel about fasting? It depends. Guys, there's really no risk with that. It's really with female risk on certain hormonal things that can happen there. So, that's going to vary per person, though. Menopause, you don't really see as much of that. I've constant blood pressure. Okay. This is the average. Can't find doc. Who cares? What do I do? You have to look for inflammatory sources. Whenever even mental stress alone will increase blood pressure. There's obviously some physical things you can do, maybe even things you could get at home, like rebound trampolines, just to help with that lymphatic movement, getting good imbibition on all those organ tissues, joints, great things for the nervous system, balance, coordination, beautiful stuff. Mini trampolines are great. Even starting with some lighter rounds of inversion tables, not going fully, bat hanging upside down type of deal, but more of, going from flat, couple degrees, and a few sessions of that, just so you could get that blood back up to the heart, take a lot of stress off the lower extremity, because you're fighting gravity all the time. You want to do the opposite a little bit. Sauna, beautiful way. Again, another physical stress thing you can do to impact that. Proper hydration of things. Salt. Not taking enough salt in will lead to blood pressure issues. Really more so on the lower end. And if it's getting higher, you want to look at some potassium citrate there. to control some of that. But again, there can be adrenal involvement. There can be chronic inflammatory stressors if you have autoimmunity and other things tying into this too. That is going to play into that. So I think, not knowing enough, some potassium citrate makes her salts are coming in. Then maybe doing some ashwagandha there so you have adaptogenic properties. And probably something like turmeric. But again, that's just being very broad in general. The more details I know, the more specific we can kind of dive in there. But message me for more. Online store and scheduler in the link in bio there. But those are just a couple things. Blood sugar ties into this. Your gallbladder, liver function, GI, even just taking in carbohydrates, taking in excess sugars, you're going to swell. You're going to swell more. You're going to be carbohydrate. So yeah, that's a couple things there. The only TikTok live that matters. Oh, I missed one. Fasting drives up reverse T3. Yes, Emma. I see that wasn't a question. It was a statement to which that statement is true. Got you, Emma. All right. You don't. It's fun. Download it. No, it's not. Download it. No. I'm not playing Roblox. It's a waste of time. Waste of time. And we don't waste our time around here. Gotta help you guys. Gotta do a lot of stuff. I own a clinic. So, no time for Roblox. Anyways. My acne appears again. Okay, there's a lot of reasons for acne. Vitamin A deficiencies, sugar metabolism, big key there. The GI, not pooping enough, that could definitely play into this. Or having some microbial overgrowths. Just a couple things there. Let us know some more details. Why those glasses? Because they're cool, number one. And number two, protecting me from all the stinking blue light I'm getting all day long here. Is a gallon of water too much? I don't know your size or anything like that. So I don't know. What games do I play? Why are we talking about games? What the heck are we talking about? Health Q&A, right? No games. No games here. Not that I don't like, my fair share, but that's just not what we're doing here right now. Couple things, as Buki would say. Couple things. When did you learn about pathology? Oh, interesting. Probably in one of the 7 years of schooling, possibly. Or the daily studying I do. I'm study physiology all the time. Pathology is not. I mean, you learn a bit of pathology in there. You kind of have to through school. But I care way more about physiology. Indonesia. Nice. Hello, it's me. Versace sunglasses. No, these are True Darks, actually. True Dark. I got them the other day, actually. 2 days in, went from my eyes burning like every day. Eyes burning. It's just a lot of screen time. I do a lot of remote visiting, videos, content, posting, schedule-wise, changing the online store and labs, seeing patients, all this stuff. It's a lot of screen time. So, they work, though. They work. I got to get the nighttime ones, though, for like 8 p.m.-ish. Just because those are really cool. Those are the red ones. These are the daytime ones, so that you're not getting like super tired. But they keep you from getting a lot of kind of the headaches, fatigue within the brain even. Haven't had any of that. no burning of the eyes. That's probably the biggest thing I was looking for anyways, too, was burning of the eyes. Because you don't blink as much when blue light's coming in. That's really why. It just prevents physiology from doing what it does normally when you're getting way too much blue light coming in directly there. So, like, I have lighting here. We got 1, 2, 3 screens, so... What do you recommend for people who, and then nothing else? All right. What do you recommend for people who, and then lose, but actually loose? Lose, spelled loose. And we're probably waiting on a second half of that question. Oh, you guys can see my the book that I'm using to elevate the mic. That's kind of funny. It was the biggest book vertically that I had. Alpha, hello. Alpha, hello. Why the big mic? Well, there's 2 mics here, actually. Ask your questions. You don't need to tell me, hey, I have a question. Just ask it. Hello, hello. Connection's good. Very nice. I always forget that I'm looking down and I'm not even looking at you guys when I'm looking at the computer screen. But that's usually when comments are getting too crazy, so I'll actually look at you guys. What's up, people? How are we doing? What else? What other updates do I have? Getting a printer. Printer's coming in. Getting a new one. Had to upgrade that puppy, as well as some new electrical work being done, which is cool. I just have no idea of really much about what goes on there. Not my wheelhouse at all. But like the color. Thank you. What kind of doc? I'm a chiro. Chiro doing all holistic things here. So no meds, no surgery, all nutritional, lifestyle, supplementation based on lab work. So obviously we want to help people take those initial steps from the live and really covering some questions and expanding upon what could be going on from a physiology standpoint and really what happens to the daily stressors you interact with mentally, chemically, physically that leads toward your body having to respond and create sometimes an inflammatory response. And now that changes, what's it called? Nervous and immune, which are the primary systems. And now you can get basically disruption everywhere else. So, ooh, a controversial profession. I don't really see it as controversial, although the AMA did a great job making it seem that way. I think it's just getting stress off the body, like reducing your mental stress, reducing chemical stress from food, air quality, water quality, heck, blue light that freaking hits us, hence the glasses. Whoa, mic is falling. Nudge that puppy too much, huh? I was on a roll there. But, yeah, I mean, it seems that way, but it's really not. It's like common sense, kind of. It's, getting stressors down. Okay, what do we got here? We got a couple things. Hello, I have a couple pounds extra. The audio's crisp. I hope so on TikTok. TikTok's got this big old mic here. Sorry, Kaya, I'm going to get to your question in 1 second. But yeah, the big microphone's hooked into TikTok. So YouTube, you guys don't have the fancy one. I have to figure out though what I'm gonna do when I add the third device in here and get Facebook live on this Miha as well. Shout out to the Spaniards in the chat. Miha. I don't even know what that means. It's just funny. One of my friends' grandma said that one time, like probably 15 years ago. But yeah, get a third camera over there and have that Miha go live from Facebook. That way we get even more people up in here, getting even more questions, do even more rapid fire. So that'll be cool. Facebook platform's kind of taking off like crazy, which is cool. But yes, as before, do I go to Walmart? Do I get an iPhone like 14? It's just for live streams. Open to suggestions. Let me know, because this phone I want to replace too. This one's a 14 Pro. Looks great. Sounds great. YouTube one doesn't look too great, in my opinion. Although the viewers say it's fine, but I don't think it's fine. I'm not an actor of any kind like that. Okay. Quickly scanning through YouTube. Ask your health questions, people. Okay. So back to Kaya. Hello. I have extra pounds. Is it okay to eat 3 eggs only in every day for 14 days? I'm not against that. You're going to get good protein, fat profile there. I don't know your age, though. I don't know what's going on with some things hormonally, which can play into some of that answer, and also metabolically, too, or from a daily energy expenditure standpoint. If we have some reduced thyroid function, people don't realize you would actually have to reduce some of the calories there because your overall expenditure of energy is going down. So thyroid hormones change a heck of a lot. Ask anybody with hyperthyroidism. They'll tell you real quick, their heart rate, everything changes. They feel crazy. So I don't know. Maybe an autoimmune response going on. At least calorie reduction, getting proteins up, get your fiber up, get your sugar down. Building muscles, always a great thing to do. You'll just get that total daily energy expenditure up, consume a lot of sugars through that muscle tissue. Sprinting as well, supporting the thyroid, supporting the liver, maybe some Coleus to convert some of those lipids down into the steroid hormones, which is a common issue I see with so many people. High cholesterol, high lipids, and just deficient hormonally, so you can convert some of those down. Sometimes that's an issue. A lot of this is dependent on the liver, though. So, but Kaya, beautiful question, Kaya. I don't even know if I'm saying your name right, but I hope I am. Hope for the best, right? Coffee's running low. Okay, what time do we have? Cool. We got time before the appointments. Coming up here. Hello. Hi, people. How am I? I'm doing good. Any advice for trouble with sleep? I think blue light is a lot here to do with things. If it's really just one device that's throwing a monkey wrench into the whole piece, and especially if you have an iPhone, you can go to color filters within your, I think it's display settings, or in general, there'll be a color filter setting, and you want to turn the blue light filter off or on so that it's mainly a red screen. That will help a lot. It's actually very relieving as soon as you turn that on. And then you can make it so that with the accessibility link, you can make it so that when you click the power button 3 times, that'll switch over. If you have more than one device, though, like kind of what I'm dealing with, several screens, several things going on, you're going to have to get some protection there. Blue light glasses, things like, shutting off Wi-Fi at night. I've seen that benefit a lot of people. It's just a hidden stressor there from a chemical standpoint. There are things you can do mentally to calm down. Getting a gym membership that has a sauna is a very affordable way to get sauna in and just kind of abuse their sauna if you can. And doing that like in the evening, you'll see a lot of benefit with sleep there. Something physical you can do. Inversion tables, another physical thing you can do, help bring blood pressure down, calm the body down. Get in a nice cold room. All the lights should be off when you're sleeping, preparing for bed. Can you do some California poppy in there? Melatonin, beautiful one. Maybe even Alcidonia, one or heck, even all three of those, depending on what that's looking like. But yeah, just a couple things. There can be circadian rhythm involvement here too. Adrenals that need to be looked at, something like a Dutch test, so that you can do a urine hormone panel that will look at your cortisol rhythm throughout the whole day. So you'll do that. It's a urine test, really easy to do. But yeah, nice glasses. Nope, just blue light glasses there. I got 20/10 vision, so I'm trying to keep it though, because I have kids coming to me with cataracts, okay? Children. Third day in a row I'm saying this, but it's like, my goodness. Kids coming in with cataracts, and they're on their screens more than anybody. I'm talking about iPad kids and stuff like that. Even gamers, too. Gamers, they get beat up in the eyes there. I need a gym with an indoor pool. It's easier in water on the joints. Totally. And for Miss Robin, too, something like a rebounder, one-time purchase, and it's like a mini trampoline. And even for beginning steps there, you can have that imbibition on all your joints to where you're getting up, down, and that motion in the middle there. Sort of a distractive thing going on, but great for cardiac tissue, lymphatics, things like that. And there's a little rail on there that you can hold. That and like some activity you can do with hand-eye coordination that's really light on the shoulders. Box balling, really cool thing you can do. It's kind of like a human cat toy. It's a little band that you put on your head. It's got a really bouncy string and a foam ball on it, and you essentially just punch it. And it's super fun. I have one. I've been using it for like 2 years. So, is everybody calling me during my lives? Stop it. This is for you guys. All right. Hello from SR. Hello. Microphone error. Oh, we got some audio trolls in the chat. Okay. So let's see what we got here. Love the glasses. Hey, we're getting that all around. I'm in the YouTube chats, by the way. So if you can't see me reading yours, that's why. Yes, love the glasses. Okay. Not a voice actor. Maximum limit of caffeine consumption. I mean, just based on adenosine receptors and stuff too, you don't really want to push it that much over like 300. I think that's kind of ridiculous. You're just going to deplete other minerals and things once you start pushing that. So, and that's kind of calling it high, 300. Can we mute this kid? I just did. I should make Nas a moderator. Okay, am I wearing shoes? Like, what are we saying? Health questions, people. Health questions. I didn't put that in the title of the live chat, so that's probably why we're getting all the craziness in there. Ask your health questions, please. Okay. All holistic stuff here. Cuz I have a question. Ask away, chappy. Let us hear it. I'm curious. Is it possible for a tooth infection to move throughout your body? Yeah, your teeth are in your body. Let's just be very clear. Your teeth are in your body. That will definitely weigh on the jaw, and move down and through into those tissues and spread throughout the immune system. So certainly, medicinal mushrooms like crazy. You could do some digestive bitters in there too to help with some things. Number one is going to be getting that taken care of, though, by a dentistry. Okay. Hi. Hello. I got diagnosed with hyperadrenergic POTS and a lifestyle Rex. I mean, yeah, you want to get stress down, you want to get sugar down. Those are like the biggest ones. I like doing something like sauna because you're using sweat to get excess toxicity and things out of the body. So even from a hormone standpoint too, can there be a lot of issues going on within the GI there? There can, as well as with liver conversion. So I like seeing somebody do white peony, and probably some California poppy in there so that we can work on getting the adrenals to calm down and then getting that testosterone to convert through the testosterone down into the estrogens into the liver, through the liver, sorry. But you need to do that enzymatically. And that's why there's such an issue with sugar, because that's going to affect aromatase, which is what converts that testosterone into the estrogens. So hopefully that makes some sense there. But white peony, your number one friend. Can you do some gymnema on top of that? You can. But it sounds like there's adrenal involvement there too. So, maybe that high sugar sort of response with the immune system is coming from that. But definitely inflammatory things going on. You could do some sprouted veggies, heavy on the cruciferous vegetables. I like doing probably some liver in here just to get enough of some other B vitamins, cofactors, minerals, things like that. Because there's some really good micronutrients in there. But sprouted veggies, holy hell. You can make them on your own too. 10, 20, sometimes 100 times the amount of nutrients that regular vegetables would have. So get your sprouts going. But yeah, I would want to see some labs and talk to you, get a full game plan going. I see so many things like that. So, can I get on estrogen without medical consulting? I don't think so. Can I ask specialty chiropractic what causes off balance in falling sensations? Probably vertigo, which is tied into some things that go on with sugars, but definitely what happens within the inner ear. Bringing inflammation down systemically, great things can happen. I like the use of inversion tables, though. Dix-Hallpike or Epley maneuver to just figure out some more details and work on rehabbing that back. That's a little bit harder to do on your own, but there are some exercises you can do with the head and neck, just helping that otolith that has broke loose start to settle back in that semicircular canal within the ear. So chiropractic adjusting, also fantastic for that. So probably some vertigo going on, really common. Cool glasses. Thanks, Maria. We just got them. Okay, we're going to go back to YouTube because they are going crazy in here. Whoa. What is happening? What's the live about? Ask your health questions. I should have put that within the title. We're not going to be on here too crazy long, though. We got a little bit of time left. I'm trying to balance this stinking microphone on a Bible. It's sort of working. Okay. What else do we have here? Okay, no health questions within YouTube, so we're going to keep her moving. Back to TikTok. Okay, I'll DM you. There you go. DM. Also, the online stores and bio. So as I'm explaining these things, obviously the lifestyle, the food things, you can send me messages on or schedule a free call that we can hone in all of that. But if you're just looking for more of a quick thing, that's cool too. Online stores there for you. Obviously, my personal preference is that fully immerse you into care and get you back to normal so that we can discontinue care and you don't have to keep guessing with things. But yes, could it be the tooth infection leading towards some vertigo? I think that those two can definitely be connected, especially if the timing is right there of getting that infection and seeing those things start helping or happening. Smoking cessation help. I would switch to first getting a better form, something like Knick Knack Naturals, and then really looking into dopamine and how your brain handles that, because that's going to be very reliant around cravings and things. You know, maybe you can do some Makuna seed in there to work on some L-Dopa precursors so that you're not having those cravings as much. I've seen benefit in tons of patients there. But Knick Knack Naturals, switch your administration first. Do some Makuna seed, get some dopamine reserves built up. That way you're not always reaching for something. Cool, huh? Food is amazing. And that's just Makuna seed's a velvet bean. It's obviously more of a supplement form, but hey, link in bio. Where am I from? I'm from New Jersey. Born and raised. Have my own clinic here. The Wellness Way here in New Jersey. Okay, I have to hop off. I will be back on here, though, after my patients here. So I'm going to jump on some appointments, do some things, come back, and then we'll jump back into it. But for the people looking for further advice, consultations, things like that, first call is free. So whether you're on YouTube, TikTok, head to the channel there. There's a link in that bio. You can schedule calls, even book a new patient appointment. You don't even need me for that. Or if you're just trying to get some of the supplementation and things, start working on stuff, dip your toes in the water, get the best products on the planet. Check that out too. I put all the research backing within those descriptions of each product in there. So you'll see hyperlinks tagged into journals that will explain further what these things do. So, but yeah, cool. All right, guys, peace out.